John Hansen squaring off with Ramos over on the other side of the mats.
Oh, it appears that they're going to use more of the mat, which I like. No boundaries.
Thank God.
Who needs boundaries?
These are big guys. I hope they use the side of the mats that is opposite of us.
Here we go. Semifinal of this division. And just like I said, right there, as you saw, immediately opens up. Big foot sweep. And it would be good of Amir Alam to stay poised and patient with the blitz that Dan Monasoyo brings at the beginning of the match.
Big Dan tried to jump past that guard early. Amir weaves that butterfly hook back in.
Here we go.
Tried to pull him down to the rubber guard. Big Dan was like, nah, that's not me.
Dan Monasoyo also very good at turning the over-under pass position into a knee bar. Look at the guard of Amir Alam, very nice.
Yeah, just really dexterous with that left side butterfly. Playing from the butter half here. Gotta be careful, man. Big Dan just so good with his pressure. Steps all the way over into the mount. He's gonna try to smother him.
Just unreal pressure from Dan Monasoyo on top.
Nice. Put it in. Good hooks, good inside position.
Amir trying to create a little bit of space.
He's gonna try to smother him.
There it is.
Got those ankles crossed. Amir able to create a little bit of space, though.
Now, we're not in the points period yet. Amir Alam, very knowledgeable tactician in jiu-jitsu. So, definitely needs to remain patient, try to find a small opening, and this is not, as I say that, this is not the best look as Dan Monasoyo. We know that as soon as he starts to get his arms underneath the arms of his opponent from the mount position, it starts to look like smothered choke territory.
Back into the mount, but again, Amir pulling him into this. Oh, this is a pretty good spot.
Just so much pressure from the top position.
But Amir doing a pretty good job. Oh, there, that's not good.
My goodness.
Not good.
Oh no, is this the end?
Oh,
It
man.
is. Amir Alam
Under two.
concedes to Dan Monasoyo here.
Big Dan got a cut. Big Dan with the big win.
And just as that happens, Damon Ramos on the other mat takes out John Hansen.
Oh, I didn't even see what happened there.
So once again, as you see a replay right here of the finish, Dan Monasoyo finishes with an arm triangle, punches his ticket to the final versus a familiar foe in Damon Ramos. Wow.
And it's going to be the two guys, Monasoyo and Ramos. They've met over and over again in these ADCC Opens in the lead-in to the season, or in the season leading in to the semis here. Wow.
Talk us through our next bout of semifinal matches in the under 99 kilogram division.
Well, in the under 99, we are looking at Paul Ardila, who I believe is a 3-time trials winner. We've seen him over and over. He had an incredible run last time to get into ADCC. Brought out a brand new game with all his leg locks. But he's going to be taking on
Adrian Nez.
A bit of a dark horse.
Adrian Nez out of Arizona, baby.
And a great leg locker, Adrian Nez. He's going to have his hands full with Ardila. On the other side, we're looking at Devontae Johnson and Alex Grandy. Grandy coming out of 10th Planet. He's a very exciting athlete. Gets a lot of big elevations, high pace in his matches. Devontae Johnson, though, just consistent, always finds a way to pull out the win. And they're going to start right now.
And we're going to stick to Grandy versus Johnson until the culmination of the match here in the semifinal. Alex Grandy, such a nice guy to talk to. I would say even a sweet human being, right?
Yeah, he's a gentle spirit until he gets on the mat.
When he grapples, he is so not that.
Yeah, he's a horrible person when he's grappling. They tie up. It'd be interesting to see who has the wrestling advantage here. Devontae, of course, known as a great, he wins at every rule set that he finds himself in, but this rule set really well suited for Alex Grandy. He had a pretty good run at the last trials.
All right, Nez.
Feint.
Grandy has also looked very good in the ADCC Opens.
that edge game. He's playing that
Winner of
edge game.
Adrian Nez and Paul Ardea take on winner of these two.
No finger interlacing.
Go, lean forward, lean
Devontae
forward.
chooses to sit.
Same
after
shit.
a little bit
Same
of
shit,
a-
Alex.
Perhaps felt the strength of the head snaps of Alex Grandi and decided
Stay on the
Maybe
head.
just
Stay
take
on the
this
head.
I think he maybe just decided it wasn't really
Get your fist back.
worth
Yes,
it. It
sir.
wasn't really going anywhere,
That's
and
what
either
we
guy
want.
was
That's what we want.
getting an advantage. So Devontae wants to test
We're
out
gonna
his
be able to
guard.
elevate you.
He may feel like he has an
Strong
advantage
hits,
here
right?
against
Hard
Grandi.
hit.
Test of strength on the other side,
Watch
lacing the
that
fingers.
saddle entry.
Grandi snapping at the head very hard. Framing away. Trying to stop Devontae from getting underneath him.
Yes.
a little bit, it looked like maybe an eye poke
Palm of your
or
leg back
Yeah,
inside.
he got him with the
something of that nature.
eye poke.
1 minute left, bro.
Nothing
1 minute to
intentional.
point.
Good.
1 minute to point.
Alex Grant, if there's anybody who's okay with the accidental eye poke, it's Alex Grant.
Nothing there. Watch. He's gonna try to get
2-on-1
you elevate on that leg,
on the
on
cross
that right leg,
side.
right? There you go.
For Devontae Johnson. Got a death grip
Try
on that
that rock.
wrist. Creating some elevation, gets to an
Nothing,
underhook.
nothing.
Grandi frames him out. Good job by
Use that to
Grandi.
pass, right?
One
Body
thing to
lock
note
right
about
there.
this match,
That's
it is still a 6-minute match at the semifinals, but in the final, winner of these two will have a 10-minute match. Which the first 5 minutes will feature no points, and the second 5 will feature points. But right now, 25 seconds for the points period.
Yeah, we can't send you onto the big show unless you've done the 10-minute match. We got to know that you can play for all 10. Grandi getting elevated, but he looks like he's getting a little bit closer to some pressure. Nice frame and a technical stand-up by Devontae Johnson. And they'll reset back to the center. Approaching the points here.
Yeah, I was going to say, we'll see if Alex Grandi turns up the heat a little bit. Or no, he opts to
Want to
sit
go
guard,
back to that
actually,
saddle,
with just
coach?
1 second left
I
before
think he wants
points.
to wrestle up. You can see him popping up to that knee already.
Opts to go to his feet.
Yeah, he wanted to see if he could get a cheeky wrestle up while Devontae wasn't paying attention, but you don't make it into the semifinals by not paying attention. Heavy head, hard collar ties.
Always very hard
One
collar
of the
ties.
signature plays of Alex Grandi. Very hard collar ties, very aggressive hand fighting.
Devontae Johnson
Faster.
nodding
Go
his
faster.
head
Step hard. Go now.
as if to say, I'm game for it.
For the foot
Now,
sweep.
while this match has been mostly wrestling exchanges, it's been a very technical display of submission defense on the other side for those following along. With
Get
multiple
that knee line
tabs
clear,
open.
re-attack. Yeah, 5 seconds.
Grandi fighting for head position. Whips in a hard collar tie with his left
Never
hand.
change.
And a lot of the matches by Alex Grandi are
Never
sort of this
change, Alex.
really rough
Straight to go.
and tough matches to whittle down his opponent
Yeah,
and to
well,
get in their
Points,
head.
coach.
It really is a test of their willingness to play rough. And he rides the edge
That
of
dog, let's go.
what you're allowed to do, to be honest with you. But he doesn't cross it too much. The opposite style of match happened in the other semifinal. Ardea and Adrian Nez having a protracted leg battle over there. Minute 42 to go in this one. Neither guy really been able to create any kind of advantage.
Let's go, let's go, let's go. Bring that heat. Let's go, let's
You
go.
can get a deep knee grip. There you go.
Devontae staying true to a solid base. And neither man really getting concrete offense going here in regulation. 1 minute, 25 seconds
Always
left until
forward,
it potentially
Alex.
goes to
Pop
overtime.
and go, pop that arm out and go.
Devontae's done a good job of keeping his cool even with the rough play of Grandi.
He's not doing anything at all. Keep on working your face.
Approaching the 1 minute mark.
Hand fight. No, don't lock your fingers. Inside control.
Alex Grandi does have the propensity for a terrific
Roll bys.
explosion at any
If
moment.
we're not doing nothing, let's go.
Johnson does too, though.
Nice posture,
Absolutely.
You
please.
know, as we approach the 1 minute, or Now we're under the 1 minute mark.
There you go.
You can't think that either of these
Clear
guys
this. Let's get rid of that
can't lay
finger
back and
tie.
fall
Snap
asleep.
him down. Let's go.
Either guy could explode into
Posture.
a level change and a takedown at any moment. Could be a position to see a
What?
slide by
Hey,
here.
attack the head.
Those
Attack the
ties.
head.
In this under 99 kilogram division,
Overtime,
both
good. Go by right
semifinals
there.
are tied up 0-0.
Snap.
Both with under a minute left.
Hard
Alex Granny
drive.
turning up the pace just a little bit.
Getting aggressive.
You
Pushing
got a
forward.
minute.
Gotta
Devontae
be
meets
careful
him with a
here.
level change.
You got a
Underhook.
minute.
Randy fought his way into an underhook.
Hey,
Randy shaking off
this
the
is it right
referee.
here.
These photographers who sit on the edge of the mat are playing a dangerous game.
Hey,
We got run over multiple times so far today.
nice posture, please.
Snap it.
Sink butt back.
The
Peek
top
out,
four
peek out.
competitors looking for their opportunity to go to ADCC Worlds at the T-Mobile Arena in 2024. Alex Granny pushing forward, pushes him into the chair. Two seconds left in regulation.
They're going to overtime.
Outside, on your side, on your side. On your side, come on. Turn.
Constantly with those hard
Winner of these
collar
two will
ties.
move on to face Paul Ardilla in the final, as Paul Ardilla makes a last-second effort to get the score advantage on Adrian Nez. Devontae Johnson incurs a minus point.
And was that for inactivity? That's interesting. That's huge, man. With 2.5 minutes to go, that puts Devontae really behind the 8 ball here. He's going to have to really turn up the aggressiveness, which could expose him to getting scored on further.
Pop and go. Pop and go.
So far in this match, I believe Devontae Johnson has yet to shoot a takedown.
Yeah, it's true. We have seen Grandy coming forward. I'll be interested to see, or I guess here later, what the negative was about. It's just got to be for not pushing forward.
Grandy talking a little bit, both men flapping gums.
The foot sweep. Grandy hanging heavy on the head.
Devontae pushing him out of bounds. 1 minute, 45 seconds left in overtime.
Minute 40 left. Grandy essentially leading, even though he hasn't scored. He's got that negative. Minute 20 now.
Keep on pushing forward. Hey! Hey!
Devontae trying to work into the underhook. You see the urgency starting to build
There
on
we
Devontae
go.
Johnson. There's his shot.
He looked
Gets
for
on
his
the leg.
opportunity.
Grandy sprawling heavy. Works his way back to the underhook. Devontae still driving forward. They'll bring
Action
him
goes
back out
off
to
the
the
mat
middle.
very slightly. Referee hugging them back to the center. And we're back in there.
Grandy does a good job digging that takedown out of there, preventing the score. And here's another shot from Devontae, and that's it. That's that desperation shot. Grandy able to sprawl, snap him down on a front head, and he backs out.
Grandy keeps on coming forward. Very smart of him so as not to incur a negative point of his own. Oh, and as I say that, it looks as
that's
though the
huge.
score is 1-1 now. This is likely to come down to a referee's decision unless one of these athletes gets a takedown.
I mean, you know, I think that's fair because I really don't feel that Devontae should have been awarded the negative either.
It's not much of an award.
Fucking shoot.
Yeah.
Boogeyman Martinez in the corner of Alex Grandy, screaming for him to go.
Gets onto the front head. What's he going to be able to do with it? Less than 10 seconds to go. Nothing there. Works into the single.
3 seconds. Alex Grandy sure that he's done enough.
Wow. I mean, I don't know which way to go with it. Either way, the other guy's going to be upset.
No one cares what we think, Brandon.
Fucking go.
They go with Grandy.
Alex Grandy.
It's going to be Grandy versus Paul Ardila in the final. Will Grandy be able to stop him from punching his way into the finals, into the ADCC tournament for the fourth time?
A look at the great back control by one of the ADCC referees on Devontae Johnson, as well as some of the other moments in this match. Really a largely stalemate match for most of it. Both men showing intensity. Alex Grandy just doing a little bit more in the eyes of the judges. As we move on over here, mat number 2.
Amanda Levy versus Brittany Elkin.
Nice, Brett. I like that.
Brittany Elkin. Amanda Levy.
Don't let her grab the wrist. You have to control the hand.
Amanda Levy, probably the heavy favorite coming into this tournament.
Both of these competitors also throw their hat in the cage for MMA.
Brittany feints the level with a level change. Amanda digging for the underhook. And a nice job by Brittany shutting her out of that shot.
Elkin has had some wars today.
Yeah, and Amanda's gotten through the bracket with a couple of subs, so she hasn't been on the mat nearly as much time as Brittany has.
Keep putting the pressure on her.
Brittany tries to shuck her by and get to the 2-on-1. Shut down by Levy. Oh, look at that.
Beautiful.
Clubs the head, goes to the single. Elevating now in the trip. Nice work by Levy.
Beautiful work, and right into a deep underhook with the left arm.
Go, Brett, put that.
And look how she keeps that leg positioning, trying to step over, force her into the half guard. And a nice job there winning the knee line by Brittany Elkin. Levy now steps over, traps that foot.
Put that other butterfly hook in now.
Now completing the pass. Looking to the back. Oh, this is big trouble for Brittany Elkin. Amanda Levy is a finisher. She's already digging under the chin. She's going to close this one out, Jake. That's
Oh
a
my
wrap.
goodness! That is it!
Big win for Amanda Levy. Dominant performance.
And a statement made to go into the final here. Wow. Montgomery and Foster taking place in between mat 3 and 4. Here's a look at some of the highlights of Amanda Levy taking out Brittany Elkin. Beautiful takedown, and it was only a matter of time before she sunk her left arm underneath the chin of Brittany Elkin and punched her ticket to the final.
It wasn't a matter of much time. As soon as she got positioned, she was under that chin and swinging for the fences.
Just a workhorse. And here we see Foster versus Montgomery.
Makwisi.
gotta wait till that match is done. All 4 of these matches, you guys can roll. Thank you. Right? I'm gonna try to punch you in the middle of the road, okay?
McAleese working from the bottom position. Playing this Z guard and utilizing the overhook on the far side. Looking to clear her left knee back to the center. Brings that lasso around, takes the grip on the back of the tricep. She wants to go underneath. Watch how she reaches through and takes the grip on that heel to try to help with the inversion. Here she goes.
Foster very patient in this position, just maintaining that left hand in between the legs, dancing between the hip and the ankle.
McAleese trying to drag her down. Oh, got to be careful here. Foster nearly created a guard pass. About a minute until the points period starts. McAleese playing that quarter Z, and look at the angle on Foster's knee as she slides through.
Foster very creative with this movement side to side.
Yeah, she's starting to create some pressure. McAleese wrestling up, creating the sweep. She's got her down to the hip. She's going to get the sweep out of it. No points yet.
Yep, 30 seconds now until points.
And let's see how Foster approaches this guard. She creates a little bit of elevation there. McAleese jumping on the head.
Oh,
rolls
my
through, looking to
goodness.
attack the anaconda, turning it into a back take.
Oh, look at that movement.
First hook is in, and we're almost here for points.
That is undoubtedly
Let's fight for that hook now, Bird.
one of the smoothest transition. I mean, that was guillotine to back control.
Yes.
How often does that happen?
She rolled that anaconda and just rolled all the way through, took the back position. Very, very Hoffa Mendez-esque.
Yes.
She's putting the pressure down on Foster now. No points yet, though, because the second hook isn't in. You see her right foot, that elbow and knee connection there, the turtle of Foster, very tight, trying to keep McAleese from scoring.
And it's imperative that she maintains that sobriety on that left side. Not open up too much.
Still with that tight knee-elbow connection, or I guess knee or elbow-hip connection, I should say. We're probably going to see McAleese come up here and start threatening the choke to try to bring that left hand of Foster up out of her defensive shell to try to defend the choke, and that's probably going to expose the opportunity.
And that first hook, maybe that second hook might come in. See Foster responding by dropping her hip down to the ground.
Yeah, she's still blocking that hook. And starting to weave herself out of this position.
Oh, and there's the second hook.
But the first hook is
Oh my
out
goodness,
now.
and now the other hook got out. Beautiful work.
But she does have her flattened out.
McAleese does get 3
They
points on
did
the
give her
board.
the point. It seemed like that first hook came out just as the second one came in. Oh no, they took the points back away.
Ah,
0-0, I thought so. And
the
Foster
mind of
basically
Brandon
just
McCaffrey,
showing
more
up.
effective than the scoreboard.
Yeah, you know. She's reaching back looking for maybe a Kimura here.
Possibly just to roll through and look for an opportunity to reestablish her guard. It'll make McAleese all over it.
Yeah, she's all over her. Foster could just hang on till overtime and get it back to the feet. But she's in danger of getting this guard pass now stacked up. Retreats back to her turtle. Hand in position. We're going to see McAleese spin here and make one last shot at the back. 25 seconds to go.
20 seconds, Bird.
Here she goes. First hook,
Fight for your other hook,
just
Bird.
a little bit too high. Oh, man.
Go, Bird. You got 10 seconds, Bird.
She came in with a forearm chop there.
Hook right now.
Sometimes you need a forearm chop.
That's true.
Turn it over.
Sometimes you gotta.
Turn it.
All right, but it looks like this one might.
Flip back.
This is going to head into overtime.
Yeah.
Great evasion by Foster. Narrowly avoiding incurring any disadvantage in terms of points, and now they reset back on the feet.
Oh, shot by Foster.
Shoots in.
She's got the single.
And this is a good idea. Start out the match aggressive in the overtime round and reset the standard.
And she's got the foot folded up, so if she could just, she needs to turn the corner right there. But McAleese defending, she's foot is slipping out. There it is, there's the knee tap.
Oh, peeling the knee. Oh,
Turning
and
the
finding
corner
her
to
knee over the
side,
top
but
of the
gotta
other
watch
one.
this crucifix here.
And the handcuff grip by
Nice.
Brittany McAleese. Very good, Bridget
Let's fight
McAleese.
instant. Fight for that knee line in the pocket for me. Fight for your yes.
And she's really been, I mean, if this goes to a judge's decision, it's going to be a pretty easy call for McAleese. She's just been driving the match the whole time, driving forward with the offense. Foster spent a lot of her time just shelled up here, trying to stop the hooks from coming in.
Drop your head and stay nice and tight. Don't let her go.
McAleese slides that knee into position. And now Foster reaching for the ankle,
Let's fight
brings
for
that
right
second
knee line
hand
in there.
around to try to commit to it as well. There's the space for that second hook. The threat of that choke opened that space for just a second. Foster driving forward though.
Stay on top of her.
Here's a nice play by
Beautiful.
McAleese. Back into the same spot though.
Minute 15.
Minute 10 left, Bird. Minute left, Bird. Throw that hook in if you can.
Now 50 seconds as McAleese looks like she's just now trying to sink in the choke.
There it
Oh, and
is.
there's the points.
Try to pull it back the other way, Bird.
Oh, maybe
Oh my
not. I
goodness,
didn't see
Foster
that
is
bottom
just
hook.
able, she's a Houdini,
Come up to mount.
able to get out of these
Come up,
situations
come up.
time and
She's
time
gonna
again.
mount though.
And now
Hard and hold
She'll
it,
get 2
Bird.
for that.
I just need to wait though, because it seems like Foster. Okay, there we go, 2 points.
Don't let her out, Bird. Start
Wait until
climbing
it's
the
safe to
arms.
call it that
Control
time.
her head.
Heavy
Seconds,
pressure,
Birdie,
nice
20
performance.
seconds.
Displaying good offense, really just
10 seconds,
leading
Bird.
the dance the whole time was McAleese. Foster forced to really turtle up, shell up most of the match. Not able to create any offense of her own. So nice win.
Our under 65 division, the number 1 seed at mat 2, Helena Travar, New Wave Jiu-Jitsu, against Kindred Jiu-Jitsu's Eastman O'Connell. On mat 4, Bo Black and Sophia Delgado.
Here we go, Cravar, the teenage superstar, taking on Aylin O'Connell. Aylin, very capable grappler though. Look at that. Cravar, off balancing, getting into her closed guard, already attacking an armbar. O'Connell on top of it though, rips her arm out, and Cravar spins back to her closed guard.
Helena very well versed in using the upper body attack to set up the lower body and the lower body to set up the upper body. She dances back and forth so well, so smoothly.
Hands up face. Okay, work out, control feet.
And she's everybody's favorite to win this bracket.
Don't bail.
O'Connell, though's had a good day.
Stay facing her.
Finds herself in the semis.
Counters here, counter.
She may be looking for the, oh,
Try to
look
get
at
that
this.
over to cross side.
Straight ankle lock shootout here.
Good work in there, good work, Ace, with some heat.
Did I hear something snap out there? That sounded awful.
Okay, here, Ace.
I'm completely unsure.
Damn.
Feel as though I can.
Push it clear here.
It looks like Cravar is working the Aoki here.
Oh, it's tough lock, and Helena Cravar gets the tap. Oh, and what looks like a nasty submission.
Man, she's unbelievable. And I want to see if the heel was slipping here. I didn't get a good look at it.
Using that right foot on the outside of the knee to force the knee in while arching the ankle. There's just so much torque on it. Our next match, Mo Black, Sofia Delgado goes down on the other side.
It's Mo Black in the black tights, Delgado in the white shorts. Mo's had a lot of success in this ADCC rule set at some of the opens. She's racked up a lot of wins, a lot of experience in this rule set heading into this tournament here. Of course, with the ladies in the East Coast Trials, it's not an automatic qualifier for the big show, but a very important rule, a very important tournament nonetheless for these ladies. Good head position here by Mo. Works to the inside with that trip. Delgado able to fend her off. They re-engage. Delgado pressing forward. Pushing Mo around the map. Use the 2-on-1 to try to get the head snap, and they'll reset in the center.
So far, a very measured approach taken by both competitors. Just as I say that, seems like Delgado's starting to heat up a little bit, yeah.
One.
Snap! Snap! Circle!
Good head positioning here by Mo Black.
Oh,
Uses
beautiful
that
double.
to get into a trip, which leads her into the double. Puts her on top position. We're not yet to the points period, so she won't score for that, but she will find herself in the driver's seat.
And in some cases, that plays into the head of the other competitor, right? You get taken down in the non-points period. As soon as the points period hits and you're back on your feet, you might be a little more defensive.
Mo rips her arm out of that trap, weaves the arm through with this rope. She's going to play versus the Z guard of Delgado. Delgado reaching through with her left hand, trying to address that. Check out that grip on the bottom of the leg there. In no gi, you're gonna try, or gi, you're gonna try to grip the pants there, but in no gi, try to get that scoop under the bottom of the thigh.
Yeah, if you're thinking about passes that you could transition, for those of you who are more of a hybrid competitor at home, gi and no gi, competing in both elements, a great pass that you can transition from your gi game to your no-gi game is that leg weave pass, like you're seeing Mo Black implementing, or at least attempting to implement here. Crushing the knees together, forcing your opponent to one side, and utilizing a crossface with your opposite arm to twist their body out of alignment and run to the side. Something that Izaki Bayens, for instance, is able to transition very well between gi and no-gi.
Look at this. Delgado creating a little bit of space. Look at that Mo Black all over.
Oh, right
Works
back
all
in
the way
there is
past.
Mo.
Delgado back to her feet, though. Fighting against this front headlock position. We are in the points period now, and look at this
Oh
drop.
my goodness.
Keep fighting. Let's go. Break those grips. Let's go. Let's go. There. Go.
Mo keeping
Go.
an intense pace.
Uno, dos, tres. You can pull. You can pull.
Delgado staying patient, staying aware, not out of the woods yet.
This roll through, but Black does a good job staying with it. Delgado, oh man! Mo lowers her head, takes a hard shot. Delgado rejects her. Still 0-0.
La cabeza tuya in the right place.
All of that effort for no points from Mo.
Busca los puntos, dale. Busca los puntos. Ahí. Let's get heavy.
Mo keeping a good forward pressure, good head position.
There. Now. You gotta go.
Rejected on the shot again by Delgado. Two-on-one now for Mo. Good head position, 2-on-1. She's got a good angle. She's going to drop underneath her and try to take her for a ride here.
Good work by
uses
Mo
it in
Black.
trip. Beautiful, man. Nice wrestling.
Great movement around the backside as well.
Mo trying to create some movement to open up the space for her to throw either one or both hooks in. 30 seconds left, and even though Mo has really been the dominant offensive player throughout this, there hasn't been any points scored.
And Delgado's doing a great job of keeping herself safe so as to send this to overtime. Mo Black doing everything she can, really, to try to open up these hooks, and it's just locked down. And that's going to go to overtime.
Here we go, 3 minutes to decide it. Delgado gonna have to get more aggressive. Find a way to score here. Nice little arm drag to a single attempt from Black. Denied by Delgado. I'm really impressed by Mo. She looks great.
Movement and cardio look on point here in the semifinal. She'll move on to face Helena Cravar if, of course, she does end up winning this match. Sofia Delgado is still tied up all the way.
And Mo showed a variety of attack. Oh, here's Delgado shooting the single.
Just
Mo
like
on the
I
head.
said.
Look at this, trading off to the double. She's gonna have to fight through this guillotine. The high
Oh, goodness,
elbow.
that's in. That is deep, and that's a tap. She gets the tap. Mo Black punches her submission. I'm not even saying my words right, Brandon. What a victory by Mo Black.
She punches her ticket
Punches her I say
with a
that lot,
submission.
but I was excited. Don't fault me, Brandon McCatherine. My own mother had to teach me the difference in revenge and avenge earlier.
Did she come through with
She
it?
did, yeah. She actually taught me.
Was I right?
See, revenge is the action of inflicting harm or hurt on someone for an injury or wrong suffered at their hands. And avenge is inflict harm in return for an injury or wrong done to oneself or another.
Sounded like the same thing to me,
Yeah,
Jake.
me too, actually. That's okay.
Opposing are under 55
Oh my, Rocha jumps guard right away.
Big guard pull right away.
She's getting into a triangle setup early.
Already starts the match off looking to make a statement here. Locks a full triangle in the first 20 seconds of the match.
It's it.
Oh my
She's
good,
got
that
it.
is locked in deep. Looks like the hand went up to tap right before the arm was transitioning to the other side. Oh my goodness, Jasmine Rocha.
In the meantime, Alex and Faye are fighting over here.
Oh, look at Jasmine, hand over the mouth.
That's right out of the Rocha playbook, isn't it?
Right out of the Rocha playbook. Wagner, of course, in the corner of his daughter, Jasmine.
And we've seen this a couple of times today from Jasmine. She's gotten into her triangle, but when she goes to attack the arm, she allows her opponent to wrap the hip when she doesn't get the finish. So she's tried to go to the straight arm lock finish off of the triangle a couple of times, and it's turned into a bent arm lock, which allows the opponent to wrap the hip. But Jasmine's attacks with her triangle, her positioning with her triangle has been good all day, and she's trying to expose a Kimura-style pressure here.
Yep,
She's got the reverse triangle
yeah,
locked.
she locked the reverse triangle, opening up a little bit more space to attack that shoulder. Oftentimes, and you see now she transitions over to the other side. Locking the triangle in the other fashion opens up your ability to articulate your opponent's shoulder, and a lot of times competitors will do that until they compromise the shoulder, and then they'll go back to the traditional lock.
Yeah, absolutely. And Alex Enriquez just advanced on the other side. She takes out her partner, Faye.
And Jasmine Rocha.
And look at that face on Jasmine.
Jasmine excited and confident heading in to a finals match with Alex Enriquez.
That's going to be a banger. Alex Enriquez versus Jasmine Rocha is going to be a war.
Let's look at a replay. This is the end of Jasmine Rocha's match. Just as you saw, the confidence. You didn't get to see it in that replay, but the face she made when she stood up was one of like, y'all must have forgot. Remember, ladies and gentlemen, ADCC East Coast Trials is brought to you by FloGrappling. Right here you see the end, or at least some moments. This is the end, actually, of Alex Enriquez punching her ticket, Brandon, to the final with a guillotine.
And a nasty one. How quickly she wrapped all the way through with that hand to the opposite shoulder. She got deep on that guillotine instantly on that shot. And this is going to be madness in this 88-kilo bracket. We got Tackett versus Cruz on one side, and then we got J-Rod versus Couch on the other side. Go. We'll be here with Tackett versus Cruz, it looks like.
Yeah, I mean, either way, you know, we got to kind of pick which one we're going to stay on.
You can't miss.
No, he wants that underhook. Good hips.
Tackett takes a shot. Cruz
turn the head.
And Cruz
shuts it down, jumps on the front head.
I would say the wrestling pedigree would speak to Cruz having an advantage in the wrestling department, but William Tackett, very confident on the feet, regardless.
And he's just relentless, too. Look how hard he punches that underhook. He's not going to be intimidated by Cruz on any level.
The tale of both these matches is pretty much one person has a wrestling pedigree, J-Rod and Elder Cruz, and the other person, while maybe not having a wrestling pedigree formally, still well-versed in the takedown department, Jacob Couch and William Tackett.
No No underhook, out of this.
Oh, look at this. Tackett getting into the underhook, uses it to get onto the single. Tries to run the pipe, switching off to the double. Cruz shuts him out, but Tackett stays on the task.
Oh.
And Cruz ends up on top. Wow, what a
Tackett punching that
sequence.
leg through.
No K guard.
Tackett very active. I would say that he's a very methodical competitor. Usually in the opening stages of a match, looking to feel out his opponent. But right here, you're seeing him. That was a lot of activity.
Well, he keeps his guy on the move no matter what. He doesn't ever allow you to rest, and it doesn't always have to be with speed. Sometimes it's just with pressure, just with feints, hand fighting.
Control the top shin.
But it's always pressure from William Tackett.
Both William Tackett on this mat and J-Rod on the other mat are wearing the same camo level black kit. So in the final, if they both win, we won't be able to see either competitor.
That's unfortunate.
Push that back to the floor.
Elder taking a very measured approach into the guard of Will Tackett.
True to his usual style as well. You know, that's a real style clash right there. Tackett always with the high pace. And Cruz typically a much more measured, cautious approach. Very intelligent play from Cruz all the time. Doesn't make a lot of mistakes.
Yeah, both of these men, as Seth Daniels announced earlier, veterans of ADCC 2022.
Keep that back on the floor. Keep a good grip there. Control the top shin. Stay over the knees. Off the grip to the good hand control. Yep, you can get on his head too.
20 seconds to points. Tackett versus Cruz.
One thing I'm noticing is that Elder is mostly looking for his passes off of Tackett's attacks. Every time Tackett reaches for an arm drag or reaches for a knee, that's when Elder mostly makes his movements.
Yeah, he's very much a counter fighter.
There, just like that right there.
Passing here. Yep.
Nearly
Side to
gets
side.
through, does just for a split second.
Oh.
Tackett
Look. Careful, he's got a deep
using
underhook.
that headlock attack to get into his half guard, pulling him down into the game just a little bit, and the
Good.
points
See if
are
we can
on.
get chest to chest here, Elder.
Looks like it could have potentially been a oh, I'm sorry for my thought, but it looks like Will Tackett earlier nearly gave up a guillotine shooting in for that takedown.
There we go. Stay
That was my
mobile.
unfinished
Pass on
thought
one,
as Jacob Couch just submitted
Look at this.
J-Rod. And look at this, Elder Cruz
Pushing to the north
nearly
south.
passing around.
Chest to chest. Hold him right there.
There's 2 minutes and 15 seconds. Like Elder Cruz is going to
I think
possibly
he's gonna score
complete this pass.
Tackett fighting. It'd be interesting to see if they
Oh,
scored
and
that.
they
They
give him the
did.
3.
We got points.
Yeah, I mean, that's the right call. He had his shoulders touching just briefly there.
Oh, Cruz
Now
looking
moving out
for
to a Darce.
the Darce choke.
Look at this.
Keep the squeeze here. Big, deep squeeze. If you post on that
Cruz
elbow,
not normally known for his finishing prowess,
snap that back down. Get him
but
his
on
elbow.
the
Get him on his
attack here, passes the guard of William Tackett, which is a feat in and of itself.
elbow. Snap him down.
Working
Snap
towards the
again.
Darce,
Snap again.
and Tackett
All right, he's gonna wrestle
gets
here.
back to his
He has to
feet,
come
and he's
through.
going to have to score
Get ready. He's gonna
twice
go front headlock. No underhook.
on Cruz if it's a takedown
1:30 to
situation.
go.
Oh, he gets
Yep,
in,
yep.
spins through.
Hard pace here.
Cruz again with the takedown.
Cruz looking for a takedown of his own, and now Tackett
Stay right there.
on his back. He's going to need to find a submission of some sort.
Cruz not letting him off the hook, even though he's letting him off the mat. Tackett fighting like a dog back to his feet, working this single.
Push the head down. No underhooks here. Nothing there.
Still driving.
Running in the
Cruz
sprawl of
runs him
Elder
down.
Cruz.
Beautiful. 1 minute, Elder. 1 minute. We're up 3. 1 minute. Nothing
Oh,
there.
looking for the
Keep
duck
those
under
underhooks.
again, but Elder Cruz stuffs it with a
Down
deep
catcher.
underhook with his left.
Down catcher.
Tackett in a bad
Get the
spot
chin
here.
Control. Chin control. Yep. Chin control. Snap. Heavy snap.
William builds up to all
40
fours.
seconds. Elder.
Here's the anaconda attempt.
Careful here.
He
Stay
has to
north
bail
south.
out.
Stick it.
Oh my goodness, and Tackett conceding the bottom position once again.
Put the chicken
He had
here.
to.
We got 30
He had no
seconds. He's
choice.
gonna
Just that
scramble here.
consistent pressure,
Pull on the elbow.
no
Hey,
mistakes
pull on the
game
elbow. Sprawl.
of Elder Cruz. He's going to walk out of here with the win.
Kick that right leg back.
Cruz
Elder.
definitely going for more submission attempts,
Cover his head. Cover his head.
which I'm glad to
15
see.
seconds.
Yeah, I mean, you know, he's actually put the pace on Tackett, which normally that's Tackett's game.
In the build-up to his match in Oklahoma City versus Rafael Lovato Jr., and who's number 1, he had said, I want to submit
Ankle
more.
pick.
And he's bringing the tenacity here, and he's going to the final.
Wow, really impressive win by Elder Cruz. I think a lot of people had picked Tackett to come out of this bracket, but he's not even going to come out of the semifinals. Elder Cruz puts him away 3-0 with a very impressive performance.
So we're going to see a replay of this match. Elder Cruz
Look at that.
showcasing the superior wrestling, I would say, in this match at least. And just putting together one more look at that takedown. Just absolutely a very measured, very impressive performance out of Elder Cruz.
Well,
We might get a replay, Brandon, as well of that Jacob Couch submission. We're going to see it right here. This is the submission, the straight ankle lock that Jacob Couch hit on J-Rod.
And look at how Couch gets up, just calm as he can be.
He's not a very, he's not a celebratory
He's
guy.
not a boisterous fellow.
Yes.
And here we go, B-team on B-team crime. On mat 2, Nicky Ryan taking on Kieran Kitchuk. Nicky Ryan has looked like a god on the mats this weekend. He's been incredible. Technical, basically technical perfection in every match.
Well, he certainly looked very good.
And he's already forcing Kieran down. Look at this body lock. S-grip locked under the bottom. He's got the instep. Forced Kieran to his flat back already. Kieran's got a good frame going on his left side with that elbow, but look at that. Bails on it. Nicky flattens him out.
In the corner of the man putting the pressure on top, Nicky Ryan, is Damian Anderson of B-Team, as well as the rest of the elite competitors that come out of that school. Kieran maintaining this outside lockdown, if you will. Winner of these two will take on the winner of Taza and Elijah Dorsey.
Unbelievable precision. Oh, and nice timing on the bridge.
Good bridge by Kieran, but he might give up the back here if he's not careful.
Man, Nicky looks, he looks incredible.
Well, one thing that his brother Gordon, as well as many of the other competitors, have said is that the potential of Nicky Ryan is scary.
This has been by far the best performance that I've ever seen out of him. Not this match necessarily, just the entire, I mean, this has been incredible as well so far. And Kitchuk does get back to his guard. Nicky keeping that S-grip locked around the body, working the body lock pass, and look at him just driving weight. He's just gonna melt through that knee shield from Kitchuk. Kitchuk digging with his left foot, trying to get back into a better half guard position.
It's mature of Kitchuk to stay calm as he is as well, knowing that there's 45 seconds rather until points come into effect.
It's a nice knee lever there by Kitchuk to get Nicky to base, reset back to the standing position. Nicky sitting back on a leg, goes into the double outside Ashi. Hand on the back of the knee.
Great work by Kitchuk to, so far, keep his leg out of harm's way, but as I say that, Nicky's able to regather that knee line.
And a good job of avoiding the back take from the DOA as now we enter the points period. Here's the outside heel. He got it. Nicky Ryan is a force to be reckoned with, man. Unbelievable. His grappling is just on a completely different level.
This truly has been one of the greatest performances of Nicky Ryan's career, if not the greatest tournament performance of his career so far. He will be taking on the winner of former teammate Oliver Taza and Elijah Dorsey. Here's a look at the end of that submission, Brandon. Talk us through it.
Man, he used that DOA. He stayed with the DOA. A lot of times you'll see that turn into a back take or a mount, or at least smashed knees for the bottom guy. But Nicky able to use the DOA, just keeps his inside leg in good position, uses it as a shield and a frame to keep Kitchut from sliding around to the back. Eventually gets the off balance, exposes the heel. In the meantime, let's get over here to Taza and Dorsey. Taza's already had his guard passed once.
Trampling
Dorsey's all
over people
over him.
in the back. Looking like a Black Friday.
Dorsey looking for this second hook. There's the second hook. He's going to score.
He's going to flatten Taza out here at the red carpet in front of BioPro. And they're going to reset them. ADCC brought to you in part by BioPro Plus.
Yeah.
Minute 30. Hey, all control. All control.
And Dorsey's been all over Taza the entire match. You know, he took him down, he passed his guard right off the bat as soon as the match started, before the points period. And he was putting heat on Taza the entire time.
Figure four.
Sees an opportunity to get on him,
Oh,
even though
he
it's
is
off the
staying.
mats. Look how glued he is to the hips of Taza.
Oh, my goodness. Wow. Taza doing a great job getting his hips out of the way so far. But it is everything he can do to avoid the control of Elijah Dorsey. Contorts his hips out of the way,
Does
gets back
find
to
his way
half
back to
guard,
half, though.
and now possibly deep half guard.
Dorsey just shutting him down, though. And this is maybe a good leg entry here. Uses the deep half to
Oh
get
my
onto the far
goodness.
side. Less than a minute to go. He's going to have to get this if he wants to win this match.
This is Oliver Taza's wheelhouse.
Beautiful use of the deep half guard to get into the leg entanglement. Use the deep half to escape the bad position and create the entry into the cross ashi on the far leg. Here's the exposure.
Oh,
Knee
on the
bar.
knee. Possible knee bar into an inside heel hook, maybe.
And Dorsey feels.
Wow,
Dorsey
Elijah
frees his
Dorsey.
leg.
30 seconds. Watch the leg attack. 20 seconds.
Dorsey nodding in the direction of his corner.
Watch the leg attack. You have to do something big. You have to do something big. 15 seconds,
Elijah Dorsey's going to punch his ticket. I said your thing.
You said my thing.
Nice, Elijah. 5 seconds. 2, 1.
Wow. Great show of sportsmanship there.
I was just about to say the same thing. Elijah Dorsey of Team Lloyd Irvin. Man.
Dominant
match.
performance.
Oh, yeah.
He dominated Taza. Look at
Right
this.
here, this is what you saw earlier, trampling over all the spectators on the side. This is where he secured that back control that would win the match for him. And right here, Taza,
That was close.
with a great attempt at the end. If that knee was caught just a little more parallel with his hips, and that could have been it. Dominic Mejia, Keith Krikorian will take place on mat number 4. And right here, that man, Ethan Krenliston, ADCC Worlds veteran.
Both of these matches are going to be high energy. Mejia has had an incredible run all the way here to the semis, but he's got his hands full with a trials legend in Keith Krikorian.
Yep, one who has stayed very active himself, not necessarily competing in all the opens, but recently competed in the Who's Number 1 Night of Champions on October 1st.
And he competes at everything he can, everything he can fit into the
Everything he
schedule.
And that man right there has put in a day of work.
And check this out. The young man, Dorian Olivares, still a young teenager, taking on Ethan Krellinson.
but he puts in some serious work every single match, breaking some of his opponents.
Including Gianni Grippo.
I mean, look at the side-to-side movement, immediately moving to the side.
Not able to beat the knee line, though. And Krellinson maybe creating some, okay, nice work by Olivares. Thought Krellinson maybe had a grip on the back of the elbow there. Might be able to pull himself into a strong position, but not yet. Krellinson playing this inverted guard. Olivares tries to shoot through into the north-south. Krellinson denies him again. Olivares is just a ball of energy, man.
How old is Olivares?
I believe he's 17 years
Oh
old.
my gosh, 17 years old.
Yes.
Up against one of the main competitors at B Team.
Both sides, baby.
Oh, hard collar tie. Krellinson's guard holding up so far.
Nice.
Olivares keeps trying to shoot around to the north-south,
Throw that leg back.
but Krellinson doing a good job of getting his knees back in front of the shoulders.
left hand.
And now creating some better grips now.
Clear. Watch your
Olivares
left
just
way out.
rejects it, though.
Olivares certainly has his work cut out for him.
Pressure,
Ethan
heavy
Krellinson
here.
has one of the most well-rounded guards. I mean, to come out of B Team, I would say, very well-rounded. Well-versed in both the leg entanglement game. I mean, he has one of the nastiest highlight reel submissions ever seen at a trials, I would say, with the devastating Kimura that
Yeah.
sounded like a gunshot.
Yeah, it sounded like somebody hit the wall with a baseball bat.
Flat here, buddy. Flat. Yes.
1 minute until
Yes.
the points period. Olivares just nonstop, putting a lot of pressure on Krellinson's guard.
Oh, look at that, stifling the leg down and looking to hop over the top.
Krellinson wrapping the waist.
Watch your leg on the way out.
Olivares creating, man, he's creating some pretty good opportunities for himself. 40
Both
seconds
sides.
to points.
Flat here.
Oh, look at the slight fake that would buy him a
Yes.
little opportunity to
Heavy
go to
here,
the side.
Heavy. Heavy.
Nice job pummeling the foot back through for Krellinson.
He's gonna wrestle up when you back out.
Fifteen seconds now to points. Every time Krellinson tries to establish a grip, Olivares just rips out of there.
For 17 years old, he looks incredibly strong as well. That's the thing, is the combination of strength and speed.
And he's
Get busy
composed
here.
too, you know. Very accomplished high school wrestler. Oh,
Look at
trying to
this.
slip around. And again, though, Krellinson just able to sneak his knees in front of the shoulders and prevent that pass around to the north-south position. Olivares
On the way out.
staying engaged this time. Tries to turn the corner again.
Deep on that drag.
I mean,
Oh,
look
here he
at the
goes around the
activity.
corner a little bit.
Watch the roll.
Exposes the back of Krellinson just for a second.
It's so much to keep up with.
Pin the foot to the floor. Watch the roll.
2.5 minutes now.
Pressure here. Pressure here. Yes, yes, yes. Yes, yes.
Olivares now looking for
Again.
opportunities
Flat,
side to side with that.
He wants to come up. He wants
Double
to come up
under.
here.
I mean, he's making Ethan
Flat,
work
push,
a
push,
lot
clear.
right here.
Push it clear.
It's funny, this match
clear.
is just so
Push
much
it clear.
movement on the
Back.
other
Man,
side.
Dorian getting super aggressive.
On the other
Hands
side,
on the
Keith
face.
Dorian just
Let's go.
just came out of a 50-50 battle.
120 seconds, baby. Let's go.
Ethan trying to scoop his hips underneath and wrap
Both
up
sides, baby. Both sides. Yes.
Dorian for just a second.
Both sides. Watch your arm. Flat, flat, flat. Let's go, babe. 90 seconds, my man. Let's go, clear.
Dorian
Clear.
working
Fast
around the
hands.
outside,
Fast hands.
just trying to find a spot.
Oh,
Look at that
and there we
triangle
go.
snap up from Krellinson. Olivares reacts well, though.
It's a great response out of Dorian to immediately step over and avoid the triangle, but I mean that is a submission attempt.
Let's go, baby. Let's go. Let's go. Both sides. Both sides.
1 minute to work, Dominic. Let's stay offensive the whole time.
Fast hands, Dorian. Both sides, my man.
Now approaching the 1 minute mark. And you got to think, man, if this goes into overtime, I got to think the advantage is going to be on Olivares.
I would think so as well.
My man. Pressure.
So far, Crowlinson shot up a submission that forced Dorian to react, but mostly it's been just this
Cook here, cook.
pace and pressure of Dorian Olivares.
Yes.
Oh, turns the corner.
Oh my goodness!
Oh, he's got the waist.
Oh my
Sliding behind the back,
goodness!
he's got the guard pass.
Dorian Olivares
Krellinson barely avoids the points. He
looks at the time,
Oh
but
my
Dorian
goodness.
says that we're not done yet.
Krellinson trying to go to this octopus guard.
How about the pace of Dorian here? Great recovery by Ethan Krelliston.
Hey, get that right leg back. Stabilize. Yes. Yes.
10 seconds to go. It's still 0-0.
Here we go, baby.
What a match this has been.
As we head into overtime, the winner of this match will face Dominic Mejia. What I think we would call an upset victory over Keith Krikorian for sure.
Again, man, Mejia just having the tournament of his life. Just took Keith out 3-0, took his back with about a minute and a half to go.
I mean, right now what we're seeing is Dorian Olivares having the tournament of his life too. Seeing both of these young competitors.
Pop that out. Pop
Will
that
it be
out.
oh
at that!
my goodness!
Krellinson gets to his turtle to avoid the score.
Hey, pressure. Hands. Hands.
But that initiation is going to look good to the judges. Now
I mean,
in on
look
the
at
single.
this.
Runs him down. Again, Krellinson turning to his belly to avoid.
Let's go. Keep it up. Keep it up. I don't give a shit about
Krellinson
the score.
stays down.
Pressure here. Pressure.
Oh, that's very interesting.
Here, a lot of people in the crowd.
Oh, my goodness. Maybe a huge mistake there by Krellinson. But he might feel that this is his only chance to get something going.
Oh, the shoulder crunch out of Krellinson. This is a good start. Lands in the closed guard.
Olivares ahead after that negative by Krellinson. Olivares keeping his hand on the chin, just reaching forward. Good posture. Stopping Krellinson from really getting anything going. Now Krellinson does break the posture.
He's looking for a
Trying to
sweep.
cut an
Keep
angle.
Heavy. Stay heavy. He's looking to sweep you.
As I mentioned before,
Hey,
Ethan
back.
Krellinson, the
Your spot.
possessor of a very well-rounded
Back to
guard.
your
So this
spot.
is,
Back to your spot. Clear the ankle.
so I was going to say that the game plan for Dorian would
hand.
likely need to be
Clear the ankle with
trying
your
to
hand,
break
my man.
away and go back to the open guard style passing. As you see right there, jumping right
Turns
back
the
into
corner
it.
again.
Look at the speed of this kid.
This kid's unbelievable.
Here.
He's not even breathing heavy.
Cartwheel pass. Staying active. Forcing
sir.
Krellinson
Like that, just like
to
that.
work at a pace that he's
Work.
just not comfortable at.
That's it, right there. Keep going. Call it
It's
time.
not really that Krellinson is tired, I wouldn't say, but it's just not the pace that he wants to play.
Clear. To your position, my man. To your position. Kick that left leg back to your position. Kick your
Olivares
left leg
hasn't
back.
slowed down. He hasn't slowed down in 2 days.
Clear. Clear your left, your right leg back.
ADCC is such
Well,
a war
gotta
of
be careful
attrition.
here. Arm drag position. Again, Olivares just shuts
Work,
him out
baby,
though.
work.
30
Work,
seconds
work
to
it,
go.
Work it. Let's go.
This is that wrestler cardio. This is that next level,
Posture here.
able to
Frame,
just
frame,
keep
frame to
going
your position.
forever
Frame to your position.
kind of cardiovascular endurance.
Krellinson desperately kicking away, trying to get something going. Digs a scoop under that leg. Olivares, though, might complete this pass.
Heavy.
Krellinson inverts, trying to get on the leg here. He's going to run out of time. Unbelievable. Dorian Olivares.
This under 66 kilogram division, the final of this division is between two young men who are having the tournament of their lives. And they're going to meet in the final, Dominic Mejia versus Dorian Olivares. Wow.
Who do you go with in that matchup? Mejia seemingly on the run of his life, a run of destiny perhaps, taking out both the Cormier brothers on the way in. Olivares taking out Grippo, taking out Krellinson. Look at that shot on that triangle. Incredible spring in his hips from Krellinson.
The immediate immediate response out of Dorian Olivares. And look, this right here, Krenlinson trying to get up with that hook around the body. And when it was stuffed, took us into overtime. And then the wrestling of Dorian Olivares.
But the wrestling wouldn't have played a factor if it hadn't been for the consistent pace and just the nonstop push coming from Olivares. That's what made the wrestling work for him. That was incredible, man.